So we're actually going to go ahead and talk about this Black Friday and apparently how records have been set. Some records apparently may or may not have been broken. That's what the news is saying. What I'm a little confused about is how is that possible? So you had a whole bunch of people saying we don't have any money, we can't eat, our snaps were cut off, and all this other stuff. And then you had other people that say, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and boycott. I don't like what's going on, everything that's happening. I'm not a fan of. I don't have any money. I'm not about to go ahead and support this. F capitalism, F these millionaires and these billionaires over here exploiting workers, etc., etc., etc. If that's happening and people say, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and support small businesses and I'm not even going to worry about supporting the big box corporations, then how in the French toast are records breaking? Now, I understand that we do have Black Friday. Well, we do have the Black Fridays that happen like on Monday. Okay, like prior, because it all happened like a week prior, and then it happened Cyber Monday. But they're saying, oh, well, records are being set. I find this to be a bit odd, but let's go ahead and take a look at this video and then we're going to talk.
We can talk turkey, but tell us about this Thanksgiving record. I guess throw it all in there. Tell me how your turkey was. Tell me the best deal. And did you do any online shopping?
I got all.
We can talk turkey, but tell us about this Thanksgiving record. I guess throw it
Okay, I thought that's what I heard it say with Thanksgiving.
all in there. Tell me how your turkey was. Tell me the best deal. And did you do any online shopping?
I got all the stuffing for you today, Kira. We got the headline, the turkey, and then all the sides too. So, okay, so overall sales on Thanksgiving Day did surpass expectations. We're talking about $6.4 billion in shopping. That's just online, Kira, and that was up 5% from last year. So that did exceed expectations, and this is data from Adobe Analytics. One thing that I found interesting in this data is that most of that shopping online took place earlier in the day. So between the hours of 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. So basically people are sitting around, they're waiting for the food to cook, and they're shopping on their phones. Last year, more of the shopping happened after 8 p.m. I guess when people were done with dinner and they said, I need to do something on my phone. That was me last night, trying to look if there were any early deals. You know, if anything, we do expect to see some more deals kind of continue to roll out as we gear up towards Cyber Monday. But this definitely speaks to the idea that online shopping is not just a one-day shopping thing anymore. This is an extended event that goes on days before Cyber Monday. And one other tip, I've just been thinking about this because this is what I use Black Friday for. If you don't want to shop, at the very least, it's a great day to unsubscribe from emails because you get an email from literally every store. It's a great way to kind of clean out your inbox and decide who you don't want to get emails from. Click unsubscribe at the bottom, and then it's a nice way to start fresh going to the holidays.
Hey, that's a good tip. Never even thought about that. I think I'm so far deep in so many emails, I don't even think I can save myself. But
you could also create another email address. That's another way to just avoid it. But,
okay, there we go. Yeah, just totally get rid of it.
Exactly.
All right, we have to talk about tariffs and how they could also, impact prices this holiday.
Yeah, and Kira, I mean, if there's any word that differentiates this holiday shopping season compared to others, it's tariffs. This is something that we have seen in some categories, especially when you think about some of the goods we import from a lot of other countries. So clothes, electronics, you've seen some of those prices go up over the past couple of months, though a lot of retailers did stockpile in advance. So that has helped not see a huge spike in overall prices, but more specialty goods, watches, you see they're up 7%. Women's dresses are another category. We import a lot of those from overseas. So those are places where we're seeing tariffs show up. Generally, the expectation is we will still kind of see these prices continue to trickle higher as businesses run out of inventory. They are still paying higher tariffs. They're probably going to pass down some of those costs. This is especially the case for small businesses here. I've been talking to a lot of smaller retailers, toy stores, for example. They say, look, at the end of the day, as long as these tariffs are in place, our margins are tight, and we're probably going to have to continue to raise prices. They don't want to say that. They say they don't want to say that, and we'll have to see if they do ultimately lower prices if some of those tariffs go away too.
So I wanted to talk about the whole fact that they keep mentioning tariffs. All right. Let's keep it real. Because they always say, oh, it's because of tariffs. That's why the prices had to increase. So is it also because of tariffs why you can't bring up that minimum wage for certain jobs? Remember, if you bring up the minimum wage, a burger is going to be $20, and then minimum wage, at least for some of these companies, they started paying a little bit more and the burger was still much higher, but they weren't paying $20. You know what I mean? Are we also going to go ahead and talk about how they keep saying, oh, well, it's the tariffs. They're having to spend. The tariffs are mostly affecting the smaller businesses, because when I go and see that your CEO is making $20 million a year, and then you just let off, 10,000 people. I don't think that has anything to do with tariffs. Okay. I feel like that's the thing that they just keep using as an excuse. You did say a lot of brands have stockpiled. Which brands are they? And are they also the same brands that have laid a lot of people off? That's a bit important to me. But outside of that, listening to this, she was saying, which I actually liked, that little tidbit of her talking about, like, if you have emails, I mean, everyone and their mom are going to be sending you emails. So just go ahead and unsubscribe from that. So I did like that. And she was saying that a whole bunch of people are online shopping in the morning. I don't know. I just want to see how true this is. Because now I get, people say like social media is not a real place and all that kind of stuff. But I do want to see how true that is, because I see a lot of people go and say, oh, well, we're boycotting. We're not doing this. We're not doing that. I mean, then you saw them Target lines. Okay. But you had a lot of people who said, no, we don't have any money. I'm not doing that. No, 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 yada, yada, yada. So I'm just wondering if this is like a loud minority doing this, or what's going on? Because I go and see that, and then you have this. So it's kind of like conflicting information. Are people going out and buying stuff? Or, when I say going out physically or just digitally, or are people just capping, i.e. lying? Okay. Telling tall tales, if you will. So that's what I'm wondering with that. How true is it? Because then I see other videos, and I get it, people shop online. Then I see other videos like this that makes me just a little bit wary. So this is a Best Buy. And as we see, as outside of the employee and maybe one or two other people, there aren't really many people here. And I've seen this with other places as well, where I'm like, I'm not really seeing anyone here. I am going to go ahead and play a video, and this one's from Sam's, and this is in relation to the pricing. But a lot of these Black Friday deals, okay, they don't seem like they are dealing us a good hand out here. Okay, it just doesn't seem like it's doing much to me, because I go and see that, let's say this item is $20, and then underneath, like, that's the sale. The underneath, it says that it was $19.89 as the regular price, but then you said the normal price was $25, and then now I saved $5. I think somebody lying, but let's continue.
This is a Black Friday deal. $15.98 for this 40-gallon, right? Behind it, it's cheaper. They are scamming us, guys.
It's $1 cheaper.
This is Sam's Club. Can't believe it.
Shame. $1 cheaper. I mean, if y'all gonna do that, I think the reason why they don't take it out and why you keep seeing this is because the workers, I mean, where are you gonna put it? You know what I mean? Let's say someone does take it off and then it's just sitting at the bottom. If you decide, okay, let me just put it at the last item, then it'll be like, okay, like, what is this? And they may not want to do it, or it's just too much work, and they're like, I'll just leave it, But that's the problem. You look at what's going on. Let's continue.
Ooh, those Black Friday deals. Limited time. Only. Wait a minute. Oh, how about this one? What a deal. It's the same as it was before. Son of a bitch.
Yeah. I mean, come on, man. You can't even just lower it by $1. $1. Okay. I mean, you're not even lowering it. It's the same price. And if you do lower it, most of this stuff, I mean, it's not Black Friday. 10% off. 10% off, 5% off, 20% off. If it's not 50, if it ain't 60% off, don't even talk to me. Let's continue. This one is from Michael's.
I have come across a Black Friday scam like no other in Michaels. I am an avid Michaels shopper and I know prices. And let me show you some crazy shit. I build winter villages, okay, with these houses. Okay, I know the price. It is $6.49. I'll include a picture. Now, these are 50% off today. So I thought I was going to come in here and get it for $3.20. No, $12.99. It cost more today than it usually does. Editing me bumping in here. What I meant is that it cost more on the Black Friday sale to buy it with the 50% off than it would to buy it on a regular day. Okay, we all hear about items being marked up on Black Friday. No, it was costing more to buy it with the 50% off than it would to buy it on a regular price the week before. Let me show you something else. Anything that's on sale on Black Friday today has had the tag removed. Anything that's not on sale hasn't had it removed, so it's only on these items that have had the tags removed. You ready for the most insane part? Price check? There used to be a price check here. Every single price check has been removed. I was here last week, they were here. Also, every year they have at least a 40% off one regular priced item, but usually it even includes sale items on Black Friday. They had no coupons. You couldn't use any coupons on anything because then you'd catch them in the freaking act of all this.
Okay. That's messed up. But that's the thing. To me, it is a bit insulting. Because it's like, y'all gonna buy the ish we put out. I don't care. Hey, let's deceive. You know what? We ain't even gonna hide the deception anymore. They gonna buy it. Just you wait. And look at what y'all doing. You gonna up the price. I mean, and we keep seeing it. You know, you up the price, you up it, you up it, you up it. Oh, well, it's 50% off. Oh, Alex, you was saying anything not 50% off. Don't even talk to me. It's 50% off. But if you raise the regular price by, 30%, and now it's 50% off, I don't see how this is a savings. Y'all. For me, honestly, with Black Friday shopping, I used to like get my little rugs. Okay, my little cheap rugs. My little cheap little face towels or rags, as people call them. Okay, I just like getting that kind of stuff. The towels, but I didn't do anything this year. I didn't even care, to be honest. I was just like, why? Why? This is not a steal. This is not a real deal. I was just nosy today. I was like, you know what? Let me just look, because I was like, I'm not gonna buy anything, but I'm just curious. I went on Walmart, right, and Target. I went to look at their movies because I just, I want to have physical copies of DVDs, okay? Because anything can happen with the streaming services. So, okay, and I do have a portable DVD player somewhere in this room. It's either over there, or it's over here. I don't know, but I do have one. I think it's over here. But anyways, I do have a portable DVD player, and I got a regular DVD player too. So I'm like, okay, cool. I could just go ahead and go and watch my stuff, whatever I need to watch. If it ain't on one of the mini apps, a movie that's 30 years old is not on a movie app. You know what I mean? It's not on whatever it is. So I was like, okay, I'd like to have my little physical copies. All right. I mean, my collection is not as big as what I used to have when we were younger. When we were younger, our thing was like, was it 5 feet? It was it was about 4, almost 5 feet horizontal. And it was about 3, maybe 3.5 vertical. Okay. All movies. And that was just upstairs. And our downstairs, it was about the same. No, downstairs was a little bit longer. Same. All movies. Okay. All DVDs. But we don't have all that now. But we used to have a whole bunch of DVDs. So now I kind of want to get back into the whole DVD collection now. So I could have something when I want to go and watch it. Like my Tyler Perry plays. When I need to watch Tyler Perry class reunion, Medea's class reunion, or family reunion, or I could do all bad by myself. I need to watch it. Okay. I don't want to have to wait. Okay. And I do have the DVDs. All right. So for me, I'm like, okay, let me go see what y'all got. I got Home Alone 1, I got Home Alone 2, I got How the Grinch Stole Christmas, I got Polar Express, I got my little Christmas movies and all that kind of stuff. I need to get Legally Blonde. Okay. But you know, I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and do it. I'm scrolling today because I was just being nosy. I'm like, okay, well, let me see what's on here. I'm like, okay, I got to go to this subsection and that subsection. Okay, follow him on the movies. Cool. I'm like $17, $20, $30, $18. I said, y'all, that's not a sale. Okay. And pro tip, if y'all are interested in getting DVDs, there are like you go on eBay or something like that. I would love to get life size. If y'all know about anyone that's selling it for I don't know under $50. Okay. With Tyra Banks and I think it was Lizzie Lohan. Okay. Because I've been looking for that and these people are price gouging the F out of it. But anyways, if you could go on to like they have like some libraries like the like you know like for books like reused books and stuff like that, you could go in there and look for that because that's how I got my movie Little Vampire and it was like really cheap. Okay, so I recommend doing that if you're looking for some because you know just secondhand, go on eBay, whatever the case may be. I do have an eBay shop, so if y'all want some of the variety of stuff that I sell, go ahead on there and go check it out. I should have a link down below. But anyways, you know that's to me what you should be doing because I'm over here looking at a lot of this stuff and I'm just like, this is not worth paying for. Why am I paying $10, $15, $20 for a movie? Oh, it's in 4K. This is Black Friday, y'all. Black Friday ain't supposed to cost this much. Y'all, I can't. You know, if y'all brave enough to go out there for that, knock yourselves out. Because all they doing is just price gouging you. You paying more. You paying about the same price that you would in March on the 20th. Okay, so to me, this is not a sale. This is not a sale. This is not a deal. Okay, so, but if that's what you want to do, boo, you do you. But yeah, I completely understand where she's coming. She's like, okay, I always shop here. She said that she does like little Christmas setups and all that. She's like, okay, cool. I can go and get this for like $3. Y'all, I'd be mad too, wasting people's time. But let me know what y'all think about this down below.